and welcome to another episode of The Inside Job. Today, I'm excited to have not one, but two special guests. They're the hosts of the new hit Instagram show titled Quarantined with the Chris's. Let's take a look at this.
The end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Ryan, turn it down. Christ. You know what, folks, welcome to Quarantining
with the Chris's.
I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm your host, Chris.
And sorry, we had a little malfunction there in the beginning. Ryan decided to not come in to work ready today.
It's all right.
Hello, Julia. Good to see you. Thank you for getting Corona first. We have Sarah Ann. I'm waving to all of you. Wave. What's up with the stash? I don't know what you're talking about. That's interesting. So, the stash? We're going to start, before we get to questions, with a little cleansing. We're all in a difficult time period right now. We're all very scared. We don't know what to do. And I'm going to pass it along to Chris.
So we're going to clear the air with some fresh sage.
Welcome to the Inside Job, Chris and Chris. How you guys doing?
Thank you for having us, Ayana.
You're welcome. Now, for the sake of distinction, Chris with the bandana, you also refer to yourself as CJ. So for this show, I'm going to call you, is that correct?
This one's CJ. I'm not sure who you referred to, but yeah, you can call him CJ. Yeah.
That'd be you with the orange bandana, Blondie.
Oh, okay. We're rolling with it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you CJ. I'll refer to you as CJ, and I'll refer to Freddie Mercury over here on the right as Chris.
Oh,
nice
okay.
haircut, by the way. Who did that?
Excuse me?
Who did your haircut? Nice haircut.
It was my colleague to the right. He is a part-time barber and a part-time lover. True.
Now, for those of us who have never seen your show before and they don't know what it's all about, tell us, what exactly is Quarantined with the Chris's all about?
Well, quarantining with the Chris's. I don't know if you're in your notes there.
Quarantining with the Chris's.
Your assistant Declan must have got that wrong in the notes there. But Quarantine with the Chris's is America's new hit. Actually, I wouldn't even say America's, worldwide. We're big in Morocco. Worldwide hit Instagram show every day live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the hottest show according to our moms.
Yes, our moms love the show. She loved it so much when she searches hottest Instagram shows, she finds pictures of beautiful women. Yes.
Yep. Search hottest Instagram show on Google and you'll find beautiful women just like Mary Jansen did.
Yes, she did. Okay.
Now, who came up with the idea of this show and why?
Honestly, the show just came up by itself. We were bored in the house bored, as the TikTokers say out there. And one of our friends, who's the guy who hangs out on the couch all Sunday and gets drunk and watch sports with us, missed us and wanted to start doing an Instagram Live. We had never done Instagram Live. We were in pretty much week 1 of the quarantine here, and we're week 7 now.
Wow.
And our friend Justin Wozni just wanted to have fun with us. We did live. We didn't know how it works. For some reason, people started watching. We kicked him to the curb, and we started our own show.
Yes, I feel like I think this show kind of chose us, actually.
I think it did.
Yeah. Definitely.
Now, there's no doubt that there's chemistry between the two of you on the show. Chris, you're the master of sarcasm. And CJ, you have that infectious laugh, and there it is, that laugh. And Chris, you're from New Jersey, and CJ,
the Garden State.
The Garden State, and CJ, you're from San Francisco or the Bay Area, so that's East Coast, West Coast.
Yes, the Golden State. Yes.
How did you guys meet, and even more so, how did you guys become roommates not once but twice?
Ooh. Wow. Great question, Ayana. Well, we met in a parking garage in Santa Monica, believe it or not.
Somewhere in the middle. Yes, we met in the middle.
We met while doing various odd jobs as gig economy workers, doing a move in Santa Monica. I basically took him under my wing as he was a broken little dove yearning to break free from the traps of really despair, I'd say.
Yes, I was just a young rabbit.
You were
Kinda.
a young rabbit.
Yes, he showed me how to get the carrots.
I did. I had just moved back to LA after a year's stint in Toronto, Canada, chasing women like I usually do. And when I got back, I needed to make quick money. So I started working in the gig economy. We met within week 1 or 2 of me being back in LA.
Yeah.
And that was in 2016. I was looking for a new place to live, as was he. I basically forced him to move to Hermosa Beach against his will, and he's thanked me every day since.
Okay. So the first place, where was the first move? Where did you guys stay together the first time? The second is Hermosa. What was the first one?
We were first we lived in, well, first I crashed on his, first I crashed in his room for about 2 weeks while I was in a living situation.
Yeah, we slept with 2 mattresses on the floor next to each other.
Yes, that's how our roommates started. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful Brentwood, New Jersey.
Yes.
I mean, Brentwood, California. We'll edit that out. Ryan, edit that part out. Beautiful Brentwood, Los Angeles, sorry.
Yeah, and then my lovely cohort over here, he found a apartment down in Hermosa Beach, and we moved there 2 weeks later.
Oh, is that where you are now?
Actually, right now we're in Venice, cruising along the boardwalk.
Yeah, we're on the boardwalk. We'll be having some fun on the boardwalk.
Okay.
The boardwalk. We are in Manhattan Beach, California. We can see the ocean, but we can't touch it.
Yes.
That's
like a lot
just
of
like
things
me. Just like me in the UK. I feel warm just looking at your backdrop right there. So thank you for that. Yes. And so how often does quarantining with the Chris's come on? Per week? Is it once? Every day?
Every day that ends in Y, I think.
Every day that ends in Y, yes.
Yeah.
Until how long?
Until our moms tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until our mom tells us the quarantine's over.
And so how do you prepare for each show, and how do you pick a topic for the day?
It's a good question, Ayana. A lot of it just comes from our own personal creativity. We both have business degrees and marketing backgrounds. We both like to have fun, and we simply started doing it just for fun, really, like just for our own amusement. We're stuck inside. We aren't going outside. We do have a PSA every day. It's 2.
Stay inside.
Yep. I think what he's trying to say is stay the beep inside.
Yes.
But
stay inside for the inside job.
Stay inside. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Ryan, put that on a t-shirt.
Put that one on a t-shirt, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. But yeah, generally, we have a production meeting in the morning. We try to schedule our guests out a week in advance, sometimes due to changes and people faking illnesses. We have to make changes on the fly. There's only been one time in 43 straight days that we had a last-minute cancellation that we couldn't fill, and we just babbled on for 20 minutes. He was wearing an 8-foot unicorn costume that a fan gave us, and then we randomly picked someone from the audience and had them join us. But generally, the ideas just kind of come about. Sometimes it's guest-related. Other times it's just ideas that we have for fun. We do a fancy Friday. We dress up every Friday wearing these outfits. But other days, the themes just kind of come on the fly. We honestly generally decide what we're going to wear about 5 minutes before we go on.
Okay. And so, speaking of the unicorn, what's the craziest fan mail that you've received on the show thus far?
What is the show rated?
Rated professional.
Professional. Oh, well, we received multiple costumes. We got Santa slippers. We got Kobe Bryant related things. Yes. We got a Jesus sign. Shout to Mike Gardner. We have what?
We got wristbands that lock together. Yes.
Yeah, we got wristbands that lock together. Police use them.
Yes.
We got glow sticks. We got an 8-foot unicorn blow-up costume.
Yes. So I was watching your story, your Instagram story, and I saw the unicorn outfit, and I'm thinking, okay, that's got to be one of the craziest things. I happen to have a clip of it. Well, I'll show the audience. Let's take a look. Now,
Yeah.
what was the story behind that gift, that unicorn?
An avid fan, avid viewer of the show. She loves us incredibly much. She is very protective of Chris. Chris to my left, yes. They've known each other since grade school. Is that
Grade
correct?
school, yeah.
And she's been a big fan since day one, and she sends us lots of notes, lots of letters, and lots of love.
Okay.
So we're grateful for it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. Now, what advice would you give to someone that's interested in starting their own show on a social media platform?
My advice would be to fail. We have failed a lot, probably for 42, now 43 straight days. At first, it was very ragtag. It was just us with our phone, sitting on our, kitchen dining room table, and just talking to people and figuring on the fly. A lot of our ideas actually came out by just doing the show.
Yeah.
How it's structured, what we generally say in the beginning. Most of it is ad-libbed. I'd say probably 95% of it. But we do structure things accordingly. We have a community because of the day. So we like to promote people who are in need throughout the world. We have sponsors that have yet to pay us. But we structure the show professionally, but most of it is ad-libbed. And that all came about by just trial and error. We just started going on with people, started learning more about what works, what people liked, what people thought was funny. And we just went from there. We upped the production value. We have professional microphones now, professional lights. We just purchased some more audio-visual equipment, another laptop as well that comes today. So we started investing more into the show as well and making it more polished. It's really hard to look this pretty every day, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Well, and on a serious note, that's great advice. And it's exactly why I wanted you guys on the show. Because as you mentioned earlier, you are self-employed. So if you don't work, you don't get paid. You don't have the personnel paid and the vacation paid like a person that's working for a company does. And when the pandemic hit America, you guys were out of a job. And rather than sitting there and being crippled with fear, you decided, hey, I'm gonna tap into another one of these skills that I have. You mentioned marketing. And you decided you're gonna start a whole new career. And you guys are doing an amazing job. And I hope that you guys continue with it. And I mean that. Heart to you too. I can never get that heart thing right.
Yeah, your heart. What kind of heart is that?
My heart is.
I would love to draw a heart right now. See how it's going down.
You don't want to see me draw a heart, but I have a good heart though. Good heart. And
so you're not the Tin Man.
You're crazy. So the Brian question on everyone's mind, and by everyone I mean me. The show is called Quarantining with the Chris's. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen when the quarantine is over? Will the show continue?
What do you think?
Well, we've committed to this. I think that's one thing that we have done. The show will go on. It will evolve as we see fit, kind of like how we take every day.
Perhaps.
We're in such uncertain times, especially in America, that this quarantine in some degree could go on for years. We've made initial plans to pivot from the quarantine name, and we've already worked on some things for the future. We like to keep it going. We're expanding to other platforms very soon: YouTube Live, Twitch, Periscope, even TikTok has live now. Not sure what the kids are doing. Probably the dances, acting stupid, what's happening, but we're expanding the brand to other platforms. Our website is live right now. We're just filling out the back end of it. We're going to have a store coming soon. We'll be donating some masks to charity as well. So there's things in the works. We realized that it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it sure takes a lot of time,
Perhaps,
all day.
Perhaps you can name it Life After Quarantine with the Chris's. Life
We
After
could.
the Quarantine with the Chris's.
Oh,
I just copyrighted that, so don't steal it.
Now, I like to end my show with this question. In 15 seconds or less, tell me what my biggest takeaway from the show should be. And it's two of you, so you can each go. Tell me what the biggest takeaway from the show should be.
just enjoy being here right now. Love it. Live it. We're here.
We're all stuck inside. All of our priorities have changed. There are things that we know and love in this world that could get taken away from us at any day. So we're here to provide a break from all the noise out there and just to keep people laughing.
Yeah, Chris and Chris, thank you so much again for sharing your story with me. And for those who don't know how to find you, where to find you, can you remind us where and how we can find you?
Yes. Great question, Ayanna. You can find us all across social media at QWT.
Chris's.
QWT.
Chris's.
QWT.
Chris's.
And if you'd like to become a member of our program, you can go to patreon.com/QWT.
Chris's.
There you go.
Wow. There we go.
Well, I've watched most of your live shows, and every last one of them have made me laugh. And especially in times like these, laughter could possibly be the best medicine. Well, it's better than Lysol. Anyway, everyone.
Shout to the leader of the free world.
Everyone, please continue to stay inside, stay safe, and God bless.